Hey everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I am going to share with you today how I planned in my Inkwell Press Flex layout planner. I haven't used this one in a while, but I was excited to try the horizontal again. And I'm going to be using the April Scraptastic Club Plan On It kit. And then I'm pulling out right now the stickers from the This Life Noted add-on. I had been thinking that I wanted to use those in this particular layout, and then I just sort of forgot about them, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay. They're super cute and I will get to use them in the future, so I am not at all worried about that. As you can see, the kits come in those cute little reusable bags. They're paper and then they are sealed with a Scraptastic sticker. And I'm going to share with you the contents of the kit, which is the super cute little post-it notes that are exclusive to the kit, 2 rolls of skinny washi tape from Amy Tangerine, a handful of those little clips from Bella Boulevard, which are super adorable, and then there is the exclusive stamp set, which is fabulous this month. I'm really excited about it. And then a whole bunch of really beautiful stickers. I am so excited about this month. I love the color scheme. And then the decorative stickers are super cute too, with the really cute florals and the birds, and then those little banners too, which I get to use this week and are super cute. Now, I'm doing something that's really different for me. I'm sort of randomly placing things from these word-fetty stickers throughout the week where I think that I can use them, which is very weird for me because typically I start on Monday, I work through Sunday, and I only go back if I had forgotten something that I didn't add. But this week, I guess that was off. So it's totally okay. It's not a big deal. It's just unusual for me. So that's just something a little bit different. However, I'm just going to go with it and just try something different because heck, the layout is totally different. I'm normally a vertical kind of girl. So, there's no big deal there. So anyway, I had been thinking, oh, hey, let's see if I can move that. Yeah, no, I can't. So it's stuck right there and I don't want to rip the paper or the sticker. So you know what, I'm just going to go with it and change it up and do something a little bit different. Again, apparently putting down a Friday event. But like I said already, it's a different layout too. So maybe I can just sort of use that and go with it, right? Now these cute weekend banner stickers are so adorable. They have the weekend and then what looks like a little bit of washi tape stuck to it too. And they're also clear, which is also very cool. Anyway, added that right there. Going with the color scheme of the stickers this week, which is kind of different for me because I usually, again, pick 2 colors and kind of go with that. But since this Inkwell Press has its own color scheme for each month, and this is kind of a yellowy orange, I wasn't sure how to go with that, so I just decided to go with the overall theme of the kit. Now I'm using those star banner stickers just to highlight one particular event, using the 3 stars for 3 different lines and highlighting a baseball game. It's a different way for me, but I figured why not try something a little bit new and something a little bit different, especially since I have a little bit of flexibility since I haven't used any of the sticker sheets yet this month. And so I could just try different things, having all of the stamps and stickers available to me. Now I'm also, as you can see, using a Papermate Flair pen this week. Again, these are also fairly new to me. I haven't been using those in the past, and so it's just trying something else that's new. And I'm really liking the tip of it. They're very similar to the Curarina twin pens that I often use, which is the pen and then the highlighter on the other end that's slightly scented. I use the Pilot ultra fine permanent marker on those little pink banner sticker that I used right there on Saturday. I don't know, I don't love that pen with this sticker. It kind of feathers a little bit at the edges, if that makes sense. It's okay, I'm sure I'll continue using it. It's not really that big of a deal. But that's my favorite way to use those particular stickers. To me, they look like home plate in baseball. They're kind of like an arrow type sticker. I like to use those to write the event on and then have them point to either a stamp or a sticker that goes with the theme of whatever the event is. So in this case it's a meeting, and so I use the little clipboard, which I don't know, does a clipboard really notate a meeting? I don't know, why not, right? So anyway, I'm pulling out the Sweet Stamp Shop April release, the book club stamp set, because ding ding ding, I have book club on Sunday night, so I figured I might as well use the super cute set to notate my book club. Now there's also a really cool pink fresh set that has a book theme, and I was really torn as to which one to use because they're both really cute. But since the Sweet Stamp Shop ones I haven't gotten a real good chance to use yet, I figured why not go with that, right? Now, like usual, I'm using the VersaFine black ink in my planner. It's my favorite ink. It is super easy to use. It's very forgiving. It looks great. And then I like to use the Prismacolor colored pencils to color in the little images. Now, you can absolutely just use a good old package of Crayola colored pencils. It's not a big deal at all. I just like these because they feel really smooth when you're coloring them in, and I like the way that they feel. But they're not necessarily better in terms of planning. Obviously they're more of an artist grade type medium, but obviously using it in your planner, you do not need fancy supplies. Am I right? So anyway, I just like to color it in just because A, it's fun to color, and B, it just adds a little bit of something extra, but absolutely the stamp is enough. You don't have to color it in, and especially with this really super thick paper, you could use a variety of different things to color it in. You could use markers, you could use Tombow brush markers, a lot of different things would work. So you don't have to use colored pencils. I just like the way these feel, and I think that they're really fun. And I have a package of, I think it's 24 different colors, and it just gives me a little bit something different to do in my planner that I don't normally do. Now, once I'm finished coloring, I will put those away because it's the only time I anticipate using those this week, and I want to continue with my getting things written down and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll just notate when I have the book club right under that stamp, since in my mind they go right together. Now I'm going to go back up to Saturday, which again is super weird, but whatever, and add the little flag, and then I'm going to pull out of my stash a baseball sticker as well, and then I'm going to layer those two together and then use that to notate my son's baseball game. Now I had to pull that out of my stash, so I didn't have it readily available right at my fingertips, but I do use a Rascog cart from IKEA to plan all of my planner stuff, or my often used planner stuff. That's where I keep all of it, and so it's really still very handy and right there. So now, as you can see, I have that baseball game as well notated, and I'm ready to move on and go back to the first half of the week and fill in all of those events and activities that I need to keep track of. Now, the new stamps for April in the This Life Noted kit are so cool, and they really just add a lot of fun and interest, and I like to use them in conjunction with these March This Life Noted stamps. I'm sorry, Plan on It, not This Life Noted, because those are some really fun bigger sized icons. So like you saw me use that one right there with the $sign to notate where I'm going to do some shopping on that Wednesday. And then the little teardrop shape stickers, I'm sorry, not kits. I'm having a hard time talking. Apparently that's a normal thing for me now. Anyway, I love to use them for 1 or 2 words just as a little reminder. So like I did there on that Thursday above that cleaning sticker, just 1 word. So then I can remember it, jogs my memory, lets me know whatever it is that I need to know. Now, one of my favorite parts about planning for me, aside from staying organized, which is obviously a huge part of it, is that I like to add some decorative elements along with my functional elements and making them work together. So I'm using a stamp from the scrapbook kits, and it's a little frame, and I like to use that to plan. And so writing my event right inside that little frame stamp, because it's super cute. I love it. The stamp is adorable. And then I can make my planning and my events functional, but yet also super cute all at the same time. All the stamps don't have to be just completely business oriented, or, a shopping cart or a clock or a clipboard, as it will. They can be cute too. So just a little simple frame does the trick, and it makes it just a little bit more fun and whimsical. Now, you're going to see here where I'm going to use a red VersaFine ink pad to go along with that other stamp. So I'm using 2 stamps together to notate one particular event, the frame, and then plus this one from the April Plan On It kit where I can just write the time. And I am a huge fan of all of the VersaFine inks. I think that they're very easy to use. They are functional. They not only that, but they are good for beginners and seasoned stampers alike. They are just really formulated well for stamping. However, in a lot of planners they don't work as well because they do tend to shadow, and I know that can be annoying for some people. I don't actually mind, it's no big deal to me, but I know for some people they do. However, in this Inkwell Press Planner, you can absolutely just go ahead and use the VersaFine without any shadowing at all, which I love. Now, as you can see, I've barely even touched the tip of the iceberg with all of the stickers that are included in this kit. There are so many fun designs and just so many stickers in general, and it's really a nice way to get to try some different styles because maybe you're not exactly sure what type of sticker works for you, or you're just sort of been using the same ones over and over again and maybe you're looking to branch out. And that's what I love about having some different styles and some different types of stickers, and I can think of different ways to use them that aren't the normal ways that I have been, and so I find that really fun. Now again, just adding a little bit more stamping. This week is obviously fairly stamp heavy, which is great. I love that a lot. And it's not the same one that I used before because the one before was specifically for time. This is the same size about, but it does not have any particular notation, so I could use whatever I wanted that one little block. And I like it because it's decorative. It's got a little bit of fun right there, like it's got a double little edge, but it's obviously super functional and very, very, to the point. Now again, still just reaching for all of those different stickers in the kit, trying to fill out the rest of the week. And again, like I said at the beginning, completely unlike me since I usually work chronologically from Monday through Sunday, and this week I am just definitely hopping all over the place, which is totally crazy. I like to use those hexagons together. Quite frankly, they are super cute to me and I just love them. And so it's fun for me to pair more than one together, although there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't just use one. But I feel like using them together is super cute. And then also those little memos, I like to layer together with those as well. One of the ways that I like to use them is using these plain little strip stickers. I'm not exactly sure what you would call them. I kind of want to call them a label, but they're not exactly like a traditional label type. And just layer them right over top that little white space. Though you wouldn't have to, the white space is obviously a great place to add a little heading or whatever, but I like to replace it with right there. You can see the little label sticker and just write my heading there instead. And I feel like it adds just a little bit more fun. It adds a little bit more something interesting to look at for a title or something else that you really need to stand out on that little notepad. Now again, I'm a little bit excited to go back and sort of add a little bit of decorative from the decorative stickers because most of this has been purely function and just the bare bones of activities and those sorts of things. So adding a few different little things like a couple of flowers or maybe a bird sticker or whatever that go together and tie together in the color scheme is just fun. It's just a fun way to add something that is interesting and but not at all functional. And I don't really normally do a whole lot of that. I'm pretty much a pretty solid only functional planner, but just adding a bird sticker or a flower sticker is really not a big deal. Now in this notes section I like to do my meal planning. I've gone back and forth about how I meal plan in my planner. Sometimes I just add it every day. Sometimes I add it in a sidebar in a vertical, but here the note section is along the bottom on the right-hand side. So I just like to write out each day and what I have planned for dinner based on our events those nights. I don't go crazy. I don't usually add a side dish or anything like that. Really getting the main dish sort of knocked out is really what works well for me, and then I can be a little bit more flexible in terms of the sides and those types of things. Now again, just adding a cute little icon stamp to go with the word Fetty stamp, and I don't know if that works together or not right there. Honestly, it kind of looks a little strange, but the bottom line is that I tried it, and if it's not something that I'm particularly happy about after looking at it again, because sometimes things definitely grow on me the more that I look at it, especially if it's something I haven't done before, and I'll just go ahead and I'll go back and not use it again, or I'll use it again. You know, it doesn't make any difference trying it once, right? So anyway, I'm just adding a list of things that I need to pick up at the store on Wednesday since I already had a little running list going, and I don't have a whole lot of activities on Wednesday, so there's plenty of room to add the list, which is great. Now I'm just going back and using, I think it's the February Plan On It kit stamp set, using those little check mark sticker, or stamp, I'm sorry, to go through and add my to-do list for the week. Now I'm using that little side area that's colored in the Inkwell Press Planner. I've really struggled and gone back and forth as to what to use that for. I like the area in theory, it's just always been difficult for me to use. So now I'm using it for my to-dos in this horizontal version based on the way that it is set up, and that seems like that could be a good fit for me, although the problem is definitely that it's right next to the coil and it can be harder to write right there. So I'm not sure that that'll stick long term, but I do like the idea of it. I'm just not sure that in practicality it works, like I said, based on the coil. Now I like to find different ways to notate for the to-do list. So right there I've used one of those word Fetty stickers, but I'll kind of change it up throughout the days. I don't like to do the same thing every day because I feel like then it just becomes monotonous and the whole thing just looks exactly the same, which is pretty boring. So who wants that, right? Not me. Tuesday's a pretty light week this week, and so, or a pretty light day this week. There really aren't any scheduled activities, so that's why, again, I can go back and just add the decorative elements, and this time combining one of the decorative hexagons with the bird as well. And I like to wait until nearly the end when I know where most of the things are going to go before I add decorative elements, since they're not the more important part of my week. Now, still needing to add some more of those to-do lists, even though I have filled in most of those already, but sometimes I think I'm going to do one thing or I'm going to go a different direction, and then after looking at it a little bit, I will change my mind and go back and do something else. So it's okay. I like to leave room for the unexpected or to change things up over time. And sometimes, like in this, I haven't done a horizontal layout in forever. So I'm just not exactly sure where I'm going to go, and that's why I'm feeling a little fragmented with this week. Even though I do like how it ends up, I just feel like it's a little bit different than normal since I don't usually do that. So now I've got all my lists, I've got all my titles and everything, and then the week is really honestly pretty much complete. So anyway, thank you for watching this kind of crazy fragmented video where I'm not quite sure what's going on. But if you enjoyed watching it, I would appreciate it if you'd leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know what you like to watch and it lets YouTube know too. Thank you.